Goedenavond ketelkijkers. Wij staan hier voor Witte de Wit bij aanvang van de opening Morality. Heel veel kunstenaars, onder andere een barokke performance en een enorme foto op de voorgevel. Ik ben zeer benieuwd. Standing here with the entire group and Spartacus Chetwynd.
Yes.
We just saw a performance which was very, well, I call it maybe even theater.
Yes.
Can you explain something about...
The whole thing is called Money, and then within it there are tales from Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, and they're stories that involve people finding gold or treasure or some sort of like problem due to greed and sin. One of them is called The Triumph of Death, and it's one of the tales within the journey that they're all on. It consists of 4 boys going out drinking. They wake up, they find one of their party is dead, and then they go to look for Death because they think he's like an allegorical figure, like an actual person. So they go to have a fight with Death to get revenge, but instead they find a pot of gold in a forest, and then they murder each other to not share the gold, and so they all, in the end, they end up meeting Death.
And what does it have to do with you?
With me, it's, I guess, the kind of morality that I've been brought up with. So it's looking at comparative ideas of morality with medieval culture and contemporary culture. So I'm interested if the ideas of morality that existed in 1300s are still relevant now.
And that you try to explore via this performance?
Yeah. It's whether anyone recognizes it while they're watching the story being mimed in front of them, if they recognize the old fable, the old story, and if there's any truth in it for them, or if they enjoy it still.
What is contemporary about this performance?
Well, we're all alive at the moment, so that would make it contemporary. And then also, I guess, there's a debt crisis and a recession.
And that's true.
And do you know why there's a debt crisis and a recession?
I have a hunch, but do tell.
It's because of the super mortgages. And obviously people shouldn't have been borrowing that money when they couldn't afford to exceed what they earned.
Are you an anarchist?
I'm not, but I would love to live within an acephalous society where there's no leadership and everyone had a sense of social justice to themselves, yeah.
Which is impossible.
Within a mime troupe, within the 20 minutes of performing, you can achieve it, but not without that, probably, yeah.
So you create your own world for 20 minutes.
You could say we have a cult, but it's only for the 20 minutes and not outside of that.
How does the process go for you to recruit people that join into your feast, I may say?
I think it's from people watching the performances. Someone will come up to me and say they'd like to be part of it. And then also it's the people around me, when I've had a conversation and we've had a really intense agreement, then I'll ask them if they'd like to do something about it where you enact it or you express it more sort of visually and kind of actually celebratory in a way, yeah. Rehearsal is quite full on because there's only like one rehearsal. So you're learning what to do when you meet up, because then you don't take any time of people's precious time. Like, you're busy, you'd never want to meet up more than twice or something. So Meta came today not knowing what she was doing. We did a run through, and then you're suddenly doing it, and it's quite sort of fun and exciting because of that. You see what I'm saying? You're not professionalized. You're not like learning something forever or something.
There is a danger in performing this way that people find it amateuristic.
Yes. At best, it's called punk, and at worst, it's just a mess, or abysmal.
But you don't care about this?
No, I don't mind at all, no. I'm interested in the level of sort of excitement that comes with it, because there's a level of fear. It's not very much, but because of the level of fear, you become more bonded as a group. And the professionalization is really kind of boring at the moment. Everyone's pushed into professionalization.
So this is also a statement.
Wearing leopards, a statement. I don't know, I think it's, obviously if you stand up and do anything, it's a statement. I think it's about Christian morality, if it's still relevant.
Is it?
If it's like Chaucer's criticism of Christian standards in the 1300s, we're still using them. We haven't necessarily readjusted our morality with the way that we still live.
We meaning also you.
Me? Yes, of course. What do you mean? Yeah. I'm sure that's what the show's about. It's called Morality. The one here at Witte.